This is the last ever sales training you might need when it comes to selling credit repair services. Let me welcome Mo, as well as Mo the closer. You guys already know her. And I feel this would be the last training that this guys would ever need. What do you think?
I think so. I think so. It's like, I mean, we have like several of your ads clients that have come into training and mentorship with me. And now they're doing numbers now, so that's important to note. But also, just even coming from a conversation point of view, because when I'm talking to credit repair owners, or when someone says, "Hey, Mo, I saw one of your videos with Harshal," one of the things that's happening is I'm like, okay, well, let's get on a call and let's pitch. Right.
Hmm.
Or I'm looking in your back end and I see that you're not returning your messages,
Yeah,
so you're not communicating effectively with people. So those are two killers that really mess up your bottom line and your number, because no doubt about it, they're getting the leads, but it doesn't matter how many leads that you're getting if you're not knowing how to convert them, right? If you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know
yeah,
how to qualify, like none of that matters.
yeah. Most credit repair business out there say they know how to sell, but do they really know how to sell? I doubt.
No. No. And I say no just because, like, most people get into credit repair out of desperation, right? Most
Yeah,
people get into credit repair because they know how to fix credit, right? Or they had bad credit themselves. We hear that all the time. Like, people say, "Hey, I got into credit repair because I needed to fix my own credit, and then I
yeah,
started doing other people's credit." Well, that doesn't mean that you can convert a stranger.
yep,
That doesn't convert to
exactly,
that, right? That doesn't mean you can convert a stranger. But there are people who have been in the industry for a while and they are crushing it. But the difference
exactly.
is they know sales skills,
Yeah,
you know, and sales is still
yep.
a skill, right?
Exactly. And it's like whenever we ask, like, well, how many times did you practice your sales speech today? They're
What sales pitch?
like the script.
What script?
They don't even
Like
have it.
I think on our first video together,
Yeah.
Harshal, I gave a
I'll
script.
put it down in the
So yeah,
description
link
again.
that, link that there. But you need to have a script, and not even a script just for when you're on the phone with them. Do you have a script for qualifying them in your DMs?
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you asking them qualifying questions? Or do
Wh-
you actually know if they even have the money to pay you?
exactly. And like, what would you determine? Like, what are the questions that you might ask them? Like, what do you have in mind?
So if someone's coming in your DM, just
Hmm.
like automatically they're asking, do you like is someone available to speak? Or can I get help with my credit repair? Or I have questions about my credit. Hey, thank you for dropping in. Glad you're here. Congratulations. But tell me a little bit about your situation. What's going on?
Mm.
Instead of just like you come in and you're just jamming it to them. It's you're no date, you're getting straight to the marriage. And that's not how it goes,
Yeah.
right? You got to court a little bit. You got to put some mac on them. And I mean, I don't know about that because I don't have any game, but
Yeah.
you got to mac your clients just a little bit until they're comfortable to give you their information.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't just jump in and like you're like nailing them like, oh, nah, just book an appointment, because it seems like you're being dismissive as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, seems
Yeah.
like you're
Most
being
people. Yeah. Most people are not comfortable doing that
no,
nowadays.
no. But also, most people like understand, like a good chunk of people who are in credit repair don't have an
Mm-hmm.
active CRM. So because they
Mm.
don't have an active CRM, they don't have a way to keep up with their clients. And
Exactly.
because they don't have a way to keep up with their clients, they don't know who the hell they talked to, an
Yeah.
hour ago, a week ago, if they need to follow
Yeah.
up with someone. So what's happening is they're getting a dozen leads per day. And when they're getting that dozen leads per day, it's no way to keep track of everybody that you've talked to,
Exactly.
especially because Instagram is doing this weird thing where you have multiple tabs now. So you've got like general, the leads that you get from ads, you've got an organic, and then you've got
Yeah.
a request or something else like that. So you've got four tabs to separate through in Instagram. There's no way to keep up with that if you
Yep.
don't have a CRM, especially when you get past like your first 1 or 2 weeks of running ads. That's ridiculous,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of just staying organized.
Yeah. And if you guys need CRM guys, just reach out to her directly. @Mo the Closer, and she will set you up. I
Absolutely.
think you
Client
have the by
manager.
far best. Yeah. I'll also link the website down below if you want. But yeah, so that's like
So
another thing.
yeah, yeah, that is another thing. And it's because if you don't have the time to nurture your clients or nurture your prospects for that matter, if you don't have time to nurture your prospects, you don't have a way to actually get to what they need. And if you
Yeah.
don't know what they need by the time that you're on the phone, then you don't even know what kind of problem you're solving other than
Yeah.
asking them.
And
But if you haven't been able to keep a track of that, by the time you get on the phone, you're going to ask them again what they already told you,
yeah. Yep.
you know?
I agree. And as a bonus, I think you also added like three different videos. Whoever wants to get a CRM, so they can literally have like three video ads with them.
Yep, yep. So if you don't like a lot of people are scared to get on camera, and I hear
Exactly.
that so much, like, oh my God, I don't like to be on camera. That's fine. We already solved that problem. Harshall's got 3 videos in the back end waiting for you that can go on the front end for you,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't have a video, that's fine, right? Don't let that stop you. Do
Yeah.
not let that stop you. And it's because it's just a video, it's just talking, but
Yeah.
you need someone to get that person to click those links,
Like,
right? And to ask for
yeah.
more information.
Yeah.
And so I made 3 videos for anyone who wants to use them, who's just afraid to get in front of the camera, right? Who
Yeah.
just needs a little help. But on
And
that back end, just know you got to talk to people.
exactly. I was about to say that. Like literally, like what if the video gets the attraction that they want? What if they like, just send them a DM and then have a conversation? Next thing you know, they don't know how to sell.
Yep. Yep, because people want credit repair,
Yeah.
right? People want credit repair. People want business funding. People want to buy cars. People want to buy homes. But the
Yeah.
thing is, they want to be sold. And believe it or not, people love to be sold, but they don't want to feel like they're being sold. They
So
kind of want to just be led down the road. That's why it's important to ask for qualifying questions. What do you have going on? What are your goals? What's your income like right now?
yeah,
Last time you had a late payment. So therefore you can gauge their economic situation before you start walking them down whatever path you're on.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, you may need to walk someone down a path that is not credit repair at that moment, right? You
Yep.
may need to be walking them down a path that says, hey, let me get your budgeting in check first before we even introduce credit repair. Because if
Yeah.
you're already behind on your car payment, on the light bill, on the mortgage, and we're trying to get your late payments off, it doesn't make a bit of good for you to continue to have late payments. So let's solve your
Yeah.
budgeting issue first. Let's go through credit coaching, right? Let's go through coaching as a matter of like, how do you handle your money? What are you doing every month? Are you writing things down? So when we have prospects that say, hey, I can't afford it, or hey, I want to go into credit repair, but I'm 2 months late on my car payment. Well, I'll tell you what, credit repair isn't what you need. Income coaching is what you need. Another job may be what you need, right? So let's walk you down that road instead of credit repair. And believe it or not, there's so much respect there.
Yeah.
Clients respect us more because we tell them, like, no,
The
we're
honest
not
truth.
enrolling you into credit repair right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, so you got to have something to pivot off of. If someone tells you they can't afford a credit repair or service right now, or they already have late payments that they're active in, what service are you offering them? Right? We should have a
Yeah.
service for that, right?
Yeah.
We should have in our will. We can't tell anybody I don't want to give you help with credit repair, but I'm not going to help you with anything. No, no,
Yeah.
no. Let me get you into credit monitoring so we know what's
Yeah.
going on. Let me get you into a budgeting class,
Yeah.
right?
Financial
So
education.
there you go. There you go. We have a group that we can put them in that's fairly affordable. Or
Yeah.
you give them another avenue and you say, hey, let's meet one on one.
Yeah.
And that's saying even if you charge them $100 per class, well, you just
Mm,
made $100 in a 30-minute session,
exactly.
you know? So
Yeah.
those are all like wait a minute, Harshal. I think you tricked me into giving away all my goodies on the call.
Maybe that's what I'm good at.
Yeah, like you need to have more than one thing to sell, right? You
Exactly.
you're going to get some clients when you finally get them on the phone. You're going to get some people who already know they know how to do credit repair, right?
Yeah.
Except for they just need a guide. Because we talk to people a lot that are highly intelligent financially, and just some stuff happened to them over the past couple years,
Yeah.
right? They know what to do. They just don't, they just need a little push,
Hmm.
right? So you give them a custom plan. Okay. You
Yeah.
give them, tell them that, hey, you need your credit report, and you give them a custom plan, and you see how they do. We have clients who do well on that, right? Well, just a little bit of direction. We push them along and they're fine.
Yeah.
But then we have the done for you service, but also we have that service for that client that says, you're not ready yet, right? You're not ready for credit
Exactly.
repair, because
Yeah.
essentially credit repair is a bill, right? Yes, it's an
Yeah.
investment. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's going to
But
make you
it's a
better.
bill.
I get it. But it's a bill,
Bill.
right? So, so we got to solve that income problem first.
Exactly.
So those are
Yeah.
3 services that we get to offer on the phone. And we determine, it's not like we're laying it out like, hey, you got a choice. But those are 3 services that we
Yeah.
have that we can offer. So everyone has an offer once they get off the phone.
Exactly. And like when it comes to sale, it's just not about selling, it's just trying to understand a prospect better, like what exactly they want,
Yeah.
instead of just trying to sell blindly anything.
You have to. You have to. Because if you get on the phone and you're just doing all this talking, right? For one, that's boring. When is the
Yeah.
last time you sat on the phone and someone else was talking and you were like, oh, okay, I'm just going to listen? It doesn't work like that, right? Like
Yeah.
my attention span won't even allow me to do that. Even if I wanted to listen, my attention span past about 30, 45 seconds, I'm done. You know? So it's like, we want to make sure that the client is involved. We want to
Yep.
make sure that they're giving feedback. We want to make sure that we're pretty much just listening to them,
Yep.
digging deep. We are getting them to expose exactly why it is that they're on the phone with you.
Yeah.
A lot of our clients have been through credit repair before. So one of the questions that we're asking is, have you ever been through credit repair before? Oh, okay. What happened? Wow. Like I spoke with someone yesterday and she said, yeah, I've been in credit repair before. It was 2 weeks ago. It's not working. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, understandably, it's not working. It's not going to work yet. Hang around a few more months, right?
Yeah.
But how long ago was that? What happened? What did you feel like when that was going on? What
Mm.
type of information? Okay, perfect. So you can nail down what made them uncomfortable,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's going to do a good job of really bringing down some of those barriers that they're having about moving forward with
Yeah.
another credit repair company,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
And like, could we do another like a role play or like a
sure.
sales call? What
Sure.
do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Go for
don't know the technicalities of like how the student loan and everything works, but still I'll try
Okay.
my best because I'm a
Okay.
marketing guy.
Okay. 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 Go
So
for it.
I'll try my best. Okay. So let's say I
Okay.
reached out to you. Okay.
Okay.
And I have like a couple of collections and maybe one bankruptcy.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
want,
So,
I don't know what would be the process, but yeah. So I'll try my best.
all right.
So,
So giving
yep.
a given a pre-reference, what we do is, before, if we have calls that are booked, now if we're talking to someone and we just happen to get them out of the DMs directly, we wait for them to gather their credit report. We'll
Yeah.
pull in all that information so we can have a good idea of what we're actually speaking to them about, so we can speak directly to their situation, and we close at a really high rate with that. But also the other thing is, it shows them that they're ready. They've
Mm.
already made an investment. They paid $1 for the credit report, so they're already invested. They pulled their card out one time, so they're going to
Mm.
pull their card out again, right? But it gives them information to talk about. We actually send them an audit. That audit that we send them breaks down every single thing they have going on with their credit report,
Mm.
right? It tells them how many open credit cards they have, how many closed credit cards they have, how many charge-offs, how many collections. It even tells them which one of those they're at risk for litigation. It tells them which ones they're at risk for being sued for.
Mm.
Um, those type of things matter, so it's important that they be educated on that call, because if
Yep.
you're just telling them like, hey, we can clear up all the bad stuff, then you're not doing them a real service because they don't have
Mm,
anything that they can tell someone. You want them to be able to tell someone something,
exactly.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's do a role play. And I'm going to assume that you already have your credit report. And then
Yep.
I'm going to just go through the intricacies with you. So,
Yep.
all
Yes,
right.
I
So, I'm
called you.
call.
Yeah. You can call me. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Harshal, this is Mo. You reached out to us about help with your credit. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Man, Harshal, I'm just trying to stay out of the way.
That's what's up.
But
I,
look, I'm gonna get right to it. I'm gonna get right to it. I know that we have a short time here, so I want to
yeah.
make the most of our time together. So you reached out about help with your credit, but look, this is the way I start everything. I just want you to tell me a little bit about your situation. I see
Yep.
your credit report, but what's really going on?
Man, I just have one bankruptcy, man. And then I have like three collections that I'm trying to get out of.
Okay,
So those are the things that I'm dealing with. And then in the next like 6 to 8 months, I'm trying to buy a home. I
okay,
really like a home that I've seen. So that's what I'm going for.
okay, okay. And I see here that you have a couple late payments too, Harshal. When was your last late payment?
2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you a really important question, Harshal.
Yeah.
From 2 months ago, has your financial situation improved where, you're a bit more steady with your bills and everything?
Yeah, yeah, a little.
Okay. Okay, good, good, good. All right. So it's just very important that I ask you that. And it's just because, Harshal, let's be real, right? When you're talking about credit repair, you don't want to have late payments going forward. So I just
Hmm.
wanted to make sure that you were ready to start moving forward with credit repair.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
So
That
I'm gonna
makes sense.
pause this right here. The
Hmm.
reason why I framed that like that is because right then, that's when I let him know that I'm qualifying him.
Hmm.
Right. So
Hmm.
it's something people want to be qualified and people want to have access. So
Yep.
I let him know that I qualified him and I
Hmm.
let him know that I'm giving him access.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He's like, whew, all right, I passed.
Yeah.
Whew, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right, we're going to keep going. So, Harshal, I sent you an email over and it's an audit. My team went ahead and created this audit for you so we can take a detailed look at exactly what your situation is. Okay. You got it?
Yep. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Yep.
Perfect. All right. And then we'll go through the audit. Then
Yep.
after that, we'll talk about I'll ask questions in regard to like, Harshal, out of all of this, were you expecting your situation to look like this?
I don't think so,
You
but it
don't think so?
happened. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. When is the last time you've actually even taken a detailed look at your credit?
Uh, like 2 months ago.
Okay. All right. So now going forward, I want you to make sure that you're making it a practice to make sure you're paying attention to your credit. It's
Hmm.
going to be paramount that if you want to purchase a home, you know exactly what's going on with your finances. All right.
Yep.
With you going on with with what's going on with your finances, by the time that you get to the stage where you're qualifying for a mortgage in a few months,
Hmm.
your lender is going to want to know that you know exactly what you're talking about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Now, where are you thinking about purchasing a house at?
It's located in Florida,
Located in Florida. What part of Florida?
Miami.
Miami. Oh my God. You're out there with the Miami tax.
Yeah.
No wonder you overspending. You out of Miami. You having a good time. So then a lot of times I'm bringing in a relatable story
Yeah.
and it's because it's so tense, right?
Yep.
You still can't forget that they're a person.
Person. Exactly.
So
And
we're
not a
having a
prospect.
conversation. We break up some of this monotony. And then I say, all right, Harshal, I'm sorry. Let me get back to it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Harshal, let me go ahead and I'm going to send you everything over. But before I do, I know we had a talk and I know everything that we went over. And I know that this is a lot of information for you. However, you said that you're ready to move forward. You said that you're ready to purchase a home. So, what we're going to do is once you get done with the program, once we finish our rebuilding stage with you, get you some, not only are we going to tear down your credit, we're going to help you build it back up too. But also during that process, we're going to pair you with
Hmm.
someone who's going to assist you into your home buying process. Okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And that's
Absolutely.
just a
Wait
matter
again.
of really
How
connecting.
much? How much is it?
I'm glad that you asked that. So that's my favorite question, Harshal. So what we charge is the only thing you're looking at that you're going to have to do. We do have a documentation fee. That's only
Mm.
$299, and it's only $100 per item.
Hmm. That's expensive. I can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
afford it.
So Harshal, let me back up here a little bit. Okay. So for one, when we got on this call, you said you needed to purchase a home. Okay. You're
Hmm.
renting. Your rent is how much? How much you told me your rent was?
The 3 grand.
$800 a month?
Okay, whatever. Yeah, 8 grand.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, 8 grand. Oh, ooh, 8 grand. God.
it's good.
$1,800 a month. You're in Miami and you're sharing an apartment with three other people.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at your car payment here because remember, we have access to their credit report. I'm
Yep.
looking at your car payment here. And I already see here that by the time you get done paying for your car, you'll pay for it almost twice.
Yep.
So I understand exactly what you're saying with it. You're is expensive, but it's expensive is relative because you're already overpaying to live just because your credit is bad.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead and
Yep.
clean this thing up.
Yeah.
And usually it works. And
Okay.
it's because now, of course, like I left a few parts out,
Yeah.
but foundation is laid. I've talked to him, listened, um, we go through, and when we're going through, one of the things that we do is we make sure that we take notes.
Hmm.
So we're taking notes. So by the time that we get to the end and he's giving me a rebuttal about what he can't afford, I'm telling him his life is already too expensive because he has bad credit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And like, how would you handle? I need to think about it, or I currently don't have any money.
Which part are you thinking about?
Hmm.
Which part are you thinking about? You're thinking about the money part, or are you thinking about the part that it's going to solve your problem? Which part are you thinking about?
The problem that's going to be solved.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Harshal. I came into this conversation thinking that you were ready to move forward, but I definitely understand everybody's not. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and then what I do is the take back method,
Mm.
right? I take it back. You know what? I understand everybody's not ready to change their situation.
Mm.
When we were going over everything was all good. Then we dropped the money bomb, and then you tensed up on me. So what happened?
Yeah. I think like I'm just trying to juggle around and see.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Oh, you trying to shop around.
Yeah.
You said.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Because.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. But going through all the details and everything that we went over, you didn't
Mm.
know any of this information, right? So with
Yeah.
the shopping around that you're doing, I'm almost sure you're going to come across some of the same stuff, right? But what you're going to realize is that the sooner you can get this taken care of, the better off you're going to be.
Mm.
And I don't like my team is not big into we're not pressuring you into doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not that sales team. And it's because indifference sells so much better,
Mm.
right? So, and it's like, Harshal, you already told me what happens if you don't do anything. So whether you get help from me or you get help from someone else, you're still gonna
Mm.
have to get help, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? So I
And
get it.
yeah, like what if somebody gives you an objection saying like I've tried this credit repair in the past, it doesn't work. There are so many scams out there.
I'm glad you said that. That's why we charge pay per delete. So if other than your documentation fee, if we don't get anything taken off your credit, then you don't pay anything.
Mm. Yeah.
So it takes all the
That's a good
pressure off that.
rebuttal. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes all the
Yeah.
pressure off that. So basically, if we don't get the client any results, they're not paying anything,
Exactly.
you know? So that
Yeah.
takes all the pressure off of that. But
Yeah.
just realizing like making them comfortable, qualifying them, seeing about that money part up front. Um, and laying the foundation for any rebuttals that they might have later.
Mm.
So he already told me that he needed to move. I
Mm.
already showed him that I talked about his car payment being too much. So where you can't afford credit repair, you can't afford not to get credit repair,
Yeah.
you know? So
I
by the
agree.
time you pay for your car 3 more months, you've already paid the fee,
Yep. I agree. I agree.
you know?
Like, do you think like any career repair business out there who is just starting out there, they're still struggling with the sales. Like how many times they should practice their pitch before they get on the call, or it
They
comes
should be,
naturally to you?
yeah, you should practice your pitch. Like I still practice my pitch,
Yeah.
right? When I inquire, every now and then I'll get a rebuttal
Mm.
that I haven't had in a while, right?
Mm.
And I'll go to my partner and I'll say, "Hey, I'm going to pitch you. You tell me this." And we'll work it out, right? And she'll give me the feedback, she'll give me all the things, or I'll go to my mentor and I say, "Hey, you know what? I'm having problems with this rebuttal right here." Right. And that's another thing, guys. Like, if you don't have like some sort of sales mentorship, like, forget even
Yeah.
just credit repair mentorship, sales mentorship, and then dealing with people who need credit repair. Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have some type of mentorship, you're already off the boat. If you don't, like, even though I've been in sales and marketing for over 20 years at this point. I'm 30, yeah. I'm over 20 years at this point. So with me being in sales and marketing over 20 years, I still have a coach. I still
Mm.
have a mentor. You know, I'm flying to New York tomorrow just to have dinner with one of my mentors and come back. So you need coaching, you need mentorship, because you need someone that knows exactly what they're talking about, who's done this before, right? Just a
Yeah.
time or two, right? Who's done this a time or two, and they're able to give you feedback on your pitch. Because if your pitch is not solid,
Mm.
if your content isn't solid, if the words that are coming out of your mouth isn't solid, if your tone isn't solid, right? There are certain things that I can say. If the tone isn't right, the message is not going to go across clearly.
Yep.
But there are certain things that if you do not have mentorship and guidance, that you're not going to be able to deliver. You're not.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, or it's going to
Yep.
be a lot harder and it's going to take you a lot longer than it actually should,
Yep. I agree.
right? So
Yeah, so I had like like weird question. How could they pick your brain if they want to?
I so here's what's happened, right? I was jumping on for the longest. I was jumping on calls for free, right? And just saying, hey, telling you exactly what you needed, spending time with people, giving them business structures, hell, even using some of my resources to structure out and help build businesses and everything. But we do have a mentorship now. Right. So, and it's literally a pick your brain call. So you can either get a pick your brain call for an hour, or you can buy a package and pick my brain for 3 hours and join a monthly cohort. Yes. Yes. So it'll be 3 1 hour sessions because I can't sit still for 3 hours. So,
Yeah.
so it'll be 3 1 hour sessions. But if you're just starting out, or if you're having problems and you don't know where that leak is in your business, or you are not sure about, it can be just one simple thing in your sales funnel. Even the investment into the call with me is going to solve that. Right. So, and if I don't know how to solve your problem, I'm going to figure it out for you. You know, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to reach out to my resources. Just know that it's over the past, this year alone, I've spent $10,000 in mentorship. And for me, it took, for instance, let me break it down like this. When I didn't have money, I watched YouTube, right? To figure out how to get me to the next level.
Mm.
And I started making a little bit of money. In order to get me to make $10,000, I spent a couple $100s on a training.
Mm.
In order to make $50,000, I spent a couple $1,000s on a training. In order to make six figures, I spent about $10,000 in training,
Mm.
right? In order to make multiple six figures, I'm planning to, like, I have the trainings that I want to take this year out. I'm going to spend about 40,000 in training,
That's what's
right?
up.
So it's like you've got to invest in yourself, and you cannot be afraid to do so, right? You cannot be afraid to do so. And you have to
Yeah.
have people that know a lot more than you to really coach you through it. So yeah, we now have, you can pick Mo's brain sessions, right? Harshil's going to drop the link down
Yep.
into the chat. I'm sorry, down into the link in
The
the video, links in
description.
the video. Yeah,
Yep.
in the descriptions. He's going to drop it there. And I welcome you, right? Book a call. book a call, bring all of your, like you get an hour with me, right? So everything that you want to talk to in an hour, don't ask me about the weather, right? I'm going to be ready to get to it with you. I'm going to be ready. I'm not going to want to know how the weather is. I'm not going to want to know, like how the cat's doing. I'm not going to tell you about mine, right? We're going to get on the call ready to work, right? Get on the call and be ready to work. But I want to give you the answers. And it's because you deserve a shortcut.
For
You
sure.
deserve a shortcut. Like I'm not
For
you've
sure.
worked hard enough and tried to figure it out on your
Yeah,
own enough. Like, but you deserve a shortcut, right? So that's what I want to provide for you.
for sure. For sure. And guys, if you're still looking to get more credit repair leads, you can also check the description box below. So you can, if you want, like, and you can also schedule a call. So,
Absolutely,
yep.
absolutely. And kudos to you. Like my we've been able to manage off of like even stretching our minimal ad spend, and
Yep.
just really digging into each client. We're touching each client at least 3 to 4
Absolutely.
at least our prospects, we're touching them at least 3 to 4 times per week, 4, sometimes 5 times per week, contingent upon the prospect, right? So, and that's what it takes. But that's what we've been doing. We're maximizing the amount of money that we're getting out of every single lead, and it's counting. So I just really appreciate you and your team being so supportive of the leads.
Thank you. We also appreciate you as usual. And
Absolutely.
I think I also need to give you kudos because you've been doing so much for us. Like literally people don't even know how to create a video and you literally gave it away.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And that goes for the entire squad. Like if you're watching this video and you really need some help, like don't be afraid to reach out and get some
Yeah.
help. The same person that Harshal is on these videos
Yeah.
where when we're laughing and talking, that's Harshal, right? The same person that's in the videos where you're getting me and I'm clowning, like that's me, right? I'm gonna get to the money because I mean it's expensive out here, right? And we
Exactly.
gotta make sure that we're prepared. It's expensive out here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm ready to help you get to the bag.
For sure, guys. Yeah. So you'll find all the links in the description box below. If you're interested, do it. So until next time, I'll see you soon, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, later.
Yeah. Yeah.